It'll be no surprise to anyone that I am completely obsessed with designing, testing and shooting with LUTs. With my LUMIX camera, I can load in lots of my own design and get great looking images straight out of the camera without the need for editing. I'm so grateful that all my LUTs so far have been really well received by the LUMIX community, but I have something inside me that just wants to keep learning and keep improving. After listening to a lot of feedback from users of my LUTs, about 6 months ago I started work designing a new pair that are great all-rounders but specifically focused on portraits. So today I'm so excited, so excited to be able to share them both with you. Introducing my new LUTs, Maku and Mara. My main source of inspiration for the tone of these two new portrait-focused LUTs was of course the most well-known and well-loved film stock, Kodak Portra 400. I think of these two new LUTs as twins. They're very similar to each other with only a few slight tone variations which I've spent months perfecting. Maku has a slightly truer to life palette but with colours that pop. Mara, however, has maybe a more subtle saturation, but is definitely more adventurous in tone. Just like as if they were my own children, I love these two new LUTs equally. That being said, however, I would love to hear which one resonates with you more if you end up downloading them and trying them for yourself. So who are they for? Well, I think everyone. I designed Maku and Mara specifically for portraits, but I'm so happy with how they've turned out that I've been using them for pretty much everything. Historically, I've designed LUTs that are on the strong side, so users can dial in their own preferred LUT opacity. These two new LUTs, however, can be shot at LUT opacity 100% and still get incredible results. In fact, all of the example images in this video, I either set Maku or Mara at LUT opacity 100%, just so you get a clear idea of how these LUTs look turned up full. You know? That being said, if you're looking for a more subtle look to your JPEGs, which I know a lot of people are, turning the LUT opacity down on Maku and Mara will still get incredible results. My preferred way of shooting with them is at LUT opacity 100%, and then I just make sure that I have my white balance and eye dynamic range set up for whatever I'm shooting. I'll most likely have my white balance on auto white balance with a small push to the warm side. My eye dynamic range is usually set to either low or standard, and then I have a little bit of grain thrown in there as well, usually at the setting of low. PS, for those wondering, these two new LUTs work great for colouring videos too. All of my YouTube videos over the last few months, including this one, have been coloured using either Maku or Mara. So where can you download them? Well, like all my other LUTs, these two new portrait-focused twin LUTs are available to download from my website. rawsonhsjpegs.com/Lumix will take you right there. I've made them available for everyone to download for free. That's not like a normal thing to do, you know, like with all the work and effort I've put into making them and all, but I wanted people like you to be able to download them and test them out without having to dip into your pockets. If you do download and you enjoy using them, I would massively appreciate if you came back to my website and said thanks by dropping a little something in my tip jar. It would be hugely appreciated and go a really long way to support me in the work that I do, creating more good stuff like this in the future. So once I had the design of Maku and Mara finalized, I wanted to load them into the camera and put them to test in a few real-world scenarios. I've been working a lot recently with artists based in Northern Ireland, so I decided to do a little series of 1-hour shoots featuring some artists, like a selection of artists whose work I absolutely love, starting with Joe Pearson, aka Strangford. Take a look. Day 2 of shooting with local artists saw me head to Portview Trade Centre in Belfast to capture the setup of a collaborative exhibition between two artists, Patrick and Steph. The next evening saw the opening of their exhibition, and so I returned to Portview with my S1, Maku and Mara, and a flash to capture it. This was the first time I'd ever tested out Maku and Mara with a flash, and I think they performed really well, so check out some more JPEGs from the opening of Patrick and Steph's exhibition. About a week later, I headed up north to shoot with Adam Frew, a potter whose work I am completely obsessed with my S9, Maku and Mara, my twin LUTs, and my Sigma 45. Here are some shots. The next artist I spent some time with was Mark Geddes. Ruth and I have one of his pieces in our house, so it was lovely to meet him and test out these LUTs, even in the torrential rain. The sixth artist I shot with over the last couple of months is somebody who I've worked with loads in recent years, Neil Gillespie. I grabbed my S9 and headed to his studio for some shots. Finally, only a couple of weeks back, I met up with Esther O'Kelly, a painter based in Belfast. Here are the JPEGs shot with Maku and Mara from that shoot. So there you have it, plenty of examples for you to wrap your eyes around. If you like the look of them and you want to get these exact colours in your own images, then my newest LUTs, Maku and Mara, are available to download now. I've put so much work into creating these ones, and I really hope the LUMIX community enjoy using them too. Whether you choose to shoot with them straight up or dial in your own preferred opacity setting, these LUTs should work perfectly in just about any scenario you throw at them. Use them for landscapes, portraits, family photographs, everyday images, events shot with a flash, night photography, whatever. Again, if you download them from my website and you like the results and you can afford to, I'd really appreciate you going over to my tip jar and dropping something in there just to say thanks. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. If you want to reach out to me directly, you can do that via email or on Instagram at @RossOnHisJPEGs, and hopefully I'll see you again in another video like this very soon. See ya!